let me leave with you a little inside tip. The most successful companies and salespeople believe in what we call 3x5 selling. 3x5 selling is, I've made a decision as a company that I'm going to operate on the right-hand side of this continuum, and I'm going to have key relationships in the C-suite, in the S office, and the O office. The C-suite is anybody that has chief in front of their title, right? Chief Executive Officer, Chief Information Officer, Chief Financial Officer. Smart companies and their sales teams try to have at least 5 relationships at that level. At the next level is the strategy level. These are the people that are setting policy, whether it's medical policy, reimbursement policy. These are the people that are setting policy decisions for our customers. And so again, how do I have at least 5 relationships at that level? And then the O is the operating level. The operating level are those people that are tasked with the day-to-day decision-making and that we're interacting probably most frequently with. So these are the people that are in procurement. These are the people that, if you're, depending on the model that you're in, they may be in a dispensing role, or they're in some type of care delivery role. They're operating at their operating level. So again, do I have at least 5 relationships? Your best salespeople have figured this out, that I have to operate at the operating level, chief operating officer level, the strategy level, and the day-to-day operations level. So then what I've described here are the things that you will see in terms of day-to-day activities, and you'll be able to figure out where your sales team is on this continuum. And what we are prescribing is for you to be on the far right, in the blue box. In the blue box, again, you're looking at product service customization, in-depth understanding of the customer's business, customized assessment and solutions, and you're looking at supplier is viewed as a trusted advisor. Show of hands, those of you who are in the business of delivering product, whether it's pharmaceutical products, technology, devices, how many of you are invited in by your key customer to help solve their problems? Any of you? A few hands. What we would like to see is that in 18 months, that if you're in a role where you are leading or part of a sales organization, more of us are being invited in. That's the true measure. Are you being invited in to help solve your customers' problems? You'll be invited in to solve your customers' problems if day in and day out you are providing information that is value to your customers. So here's my last 2 more slides. So this is one of the punchlines, if you will, or this is one of the payoffs for your having to sit through this talk for the last 25 minutes. What I'm showing you is the sales results of average performers versus high performers in 2 different sales models, okay? The sales model at the top is the traditional transactional selling. And what you look at, the difference between your high-performing and your core-performing salespeople, so let's say your average is 100%, your best salespeople may be able to get up to 150% of sales quota, okay? This is traditional transactional selling. What the first 2 speakers and what I've tried to describe is that we're in a world that is very complex. We have multiple decision makers. We have many more people to see. We have to talk about value selling. We have to talk about information beyond just your individual product. That is a much more complex sell, and it requires the pie chart in the yellow. It requires your salespeople's ability to do financial analysis, category management, product customization, inventory management, and competitive analysis. Those are the additional skills that are required that the traditional transactional salesperson routinely does not engage in. So if you find yourself in that complex selling environment, and I believe that almost all of us are moving into this difficult selling environment, if you will think about solution selling and coaching as the backdrop for your selling model, you'll find that your high-performing salespeople in this environment are 219% of goal versus the average. Again, this is data based on surveys of looking at 4,200 companies and looking at what the best salespeople do and looking at what the best managers do. And in that environment, where you look at, again, solution selling combined with these attitudes, activities, and behaviors, being well coached, you will deliver those kinds of sales results. And so, in conclusion, Here's what we need to consider. So again, my purpose was not to tell you what your sales model should be. I believe you'll have to experiment to figure that out because it's going to vary by country, it's going to vary by products, it's going to vary by culture. So regional experimentation is vitally important. Number two, it is important that we upgrade our sales talent. As we've all agreed, even if you've been in a sales role for 5 years, the way you sold 5 years ago is not the way we sell today. Number three, we have to eliminate the non-value activity. If we're going to have salespeople, and I believe we will continue to have salespeople, we have to make sure that we're using that precious resource for the most important activities that your customers will value. And then lastly, we have to make sure that we have a selling process that delivers value to real decision makers. Thank you for your time and attention. I know that we're bumping up against a lot of things, so thank you for being attentive.
Great job, Tyrone. Wonderful.